hold it in.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. Second down at 4. Again, it's Harris on second down.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And they'll get this down to the 10.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
On second down, this is Harris. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Haskins will throw. Touchdown! Rashad Perriman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos are about set to go on offense.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Bridgewater. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Taking it about the 36. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again.
A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it. So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk, live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
50 yards on the ground for him so far.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy. We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And it is now 21-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the final number here in terms of top speed, I mean, that almost looks like a misprint. He was just absolutely flying. Unbelievable.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Bridgewater now from the 50. Pressure comes and the Steelers taken down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. After the sack on 1st down, Bridgewater throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
You definitely won't like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And, you know, he may not have the franchise tag, but I bet they're relieved to have that deal done, keep him around.
And he's a good guy, a valuable player to them, and they wanted to make sure they had him around. Good team chemistry, always hard to find, and when you've got it, you don't want to let it get away.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Haskins. Washington's got it. Leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From midfield now, Haskins.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Haskins. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
In his 5th year in Pittsburgh, a good bounce back last year for Juju with 97 catches. He wants to continue to make grabs like that and get upfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's got this one complete to Perriman. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. On 1st down, it's Haskins.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Haskins to throw it. He's got Perriman. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Haskins. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Here's Haskins to throw. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Steelers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the rout is on here in this first half.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come to half, and just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Harris. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Let's give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now here's another carry for Harris. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard.
It'll be Love to try and get the 1st. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
He will push his way down to about the 14.
Baron Browning, the one who brought him down. 8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown.
Eric Ebron, his 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football, that makes big plays, and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get out.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get one score closer. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos.
Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Haskins. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw, Haskins.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
The Steelers send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Bridgewater. And his throw is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally set. It's hard to execute against them.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing is Bridgewater. He'll get this one to Patrick.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Bridgewater now for Gordon on the draw.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
104 yards for him on the ground now. On that, he's... carry of the ball game. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now it's the backup Rudolph. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
2020 was a strong draft for receivers, and the Steelers got an excellent one in the second round and Chase Claypool out of Notre Dame. 11 total touchdowns last year. Among rookies, only Jonathan Taylor of the Colts had more. A strong catch there.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. Back now in Pittsburgh, and that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Just remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Here's Rudolph. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Boswell's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
So the Broncos coming out now. First down, Bridgewater. And he will find his man, Sutton. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Bridgewater's throw into the hands of Fant.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And if Noah Fant keeps making catches like that, it might not be too long till we say he's one of the top 5 tight ends in football. When he was drafted, that was the expectation.
Now Gordon on first down. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. He will push his way down to about the 14. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon.
And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead is down to 24. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, something that you're trying to practice.
On first down, here's Love. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Given 16 yards on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Going with a big fullback, Watt. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Bronco defense comes up big. Bridgewater on first down. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. One last shot now for Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of